Hello, and welcome to a Momo Monday here on Robert versus the New York Times Crossword. Today we're going to the Monday, December 9th, 2024 crosswords. Go for that 82-day streak. Been a long time since a Momo Monday. I also fixed my lamp in the background, so we have light again. Anyway, here's your spoiler alert for the Monday Mini. If you'd like to play along, pause the video here, click on the link in the description below. Mini is always free to play. Alright, let's do it. Based, Bods, Alamo, Simon, Evoke, and Deny. Nobody can deny. Based. It's gonna be Matt Damon. It's always Matt Damon, isn't it? Number of Z tiles, there's just one of Z, X, J, Q. Anyway, actually, there's only one J tile, right? Now for the main event, that's the Monday Daily Grid, which is by Elliot Caroll today. Here's your spoiler alert. If you'd like to play along, pause the video here, click on the link in the description below. Daily Grid does require a New York Times game subscription. Let's see what Elliot Caroll has in store for us on this Momo Monday. Let's get into it. Discontinued Apple Music Player as an iPod caused damage to, like many comfy pants, vast blue expanses or oceans, and Abu Dhabi. Dark comedy that satirized haute cuisine is The Menu. Baker amounts are teaspoons. Bubbly beverages, soda. Collectible cardboard caps are pogs. Compete in a B is spell. The movie industry, maybe it's showbiz. No, it seems like it could be Farsi. Yellow bananas are ripe. Like lemons, they're sour. Little Hellraiser's an imp. That eagerly is lap up. And this is an idiom. Filmdom. Okay. Cocktail made with Southern Comfort, Slow Gin, Amaretto, and orange juice. That's an Alabama Slammer, apparently. Pre-speech group is ACLU. Crinkly kitchen wrap is aluminum foil. So a lot of repetitive vowels. These are L's, relax, or place to relax. Associations are probably orgs. We can neither conform nor deny. And this is a gig. Whoops. Writer, director, and co-star of Defending Your Life, 91. Don't know. That don't impress me much. Pull up. This is plea, impair. Ionize, pull on. This is Azul. Subdivision is a unit. Prank on the public. Chinese dynasty during which paper was invented. On and hoax. Hello is hola in Portuguese. Six packs are abs. Nassau is the capital of the Bahamas. What's deep in a pit? Those are axes. Green Gables is Anne. Bejeweled topper is a tiara. Ship's spine is the keel. Highlight color is neon. IMDb here. Albert Brooks or something? Subject to public condemnation. On blast, right? Crash landing critter is a raccoon. That's the American Civil Liberties Union. Hairstyle that's swept. Maybe it's an afro. Pianist pace. No, it's an updo. $100. 2 after Tuesday is Thursday. A hundo. Omni. Stephen Yun. 1986 line for Paul Simon. You can something. Tuba. An orchestra pit. This is CBS. Snore and bore. Exit in a parking garage. Middle point is the crux. You can call on me. Those are both deltas. You can call on me. Passe is old. Work together with is liaise with, maybe? Eventually. These are Beanie Babies. This is an orca and Act 1. NASA. Some food additives are dyes. One day. The right is human to edit is divine. You can call me Al. You can call me Al because the postal code for Alabama is AL. The atomic symbol for aluminum is AL. And a nickname for Albert is Al. You can call me Al. Pretty nice little Monday theme. Question, does Albert Brooks actually go by Al? I didn't mean to type him in caps, but... Born Albert Lawrence Einstein, there you go. last name is Einstein and his parents named him Albert. Any relation to the more famous Albert Einstein? Doesn't appear to be. The real Albert Einstein changed his name to sound more intelligent. Yeah, I get why you wouldn't want the Showbill's name Albert Einstein. Doesn't appear that he goes by Al, but it's not actually necessary. It's just aluminum can be AL, Alabama can be AL, and Albert can be Al. So, nice. I think that's a pretty exhaustive list of Als. Can take a quick look through this thing, see if we can learn something. iPods are still in our hearts and in our crosswords, if not in our pockets these days. That doesn't impress me much, even I know that song. Nice Z there, ionize and a Sul. Got an X also. Daniel Dae Kim. We have 2 Korean American actors in the grid. Big fan of Steven Yeun. Daniel Dae Kim, I haven't seen in as much stuff, but Beanie Babies. I feel like this puzzle's got a lot of it has Beanie Babies and Pogs in it, so it's got millennial childhood stuff in there. Maybe Gen Z doesn't know too much about it. The Menu, I saw that. Pretty decent movie, I thought. Filmdom, I like Filmdom also. It's like I said, like the orchestra pit. It's pretty hard. And deep as in like it plays deep notes. Raccoon is fun. At some point that was clued to Trash Panda in the New York Times crossword. 2 X's and a Z. Even though there's only one of each in a Scrabble game. Anyway. Pretty nice. Let's move on to the Telegraph plus word. Here's your spoiler alert for the plus word. There's a link in the description below. Plus word's free to play. It's a British mini crossword meets Wordle at the end. You know what? I can't do it because I played too late yesterday, and I'm super confused about when plus words come out. But we can play Flashback. Haven't been doing too great on flashbacks lately, but do Flashback and connections, of course. 1774. To crush dissent, Britain imposes martial law in Boston. It backfires, uniting jealous and rival colonies. This, of course, isn't here because of the Korean president Yoon Suk-yeol declaring martial law earlier this week. Ancient Mesopotamians pay taxes with items, not money. To make it harder for his stuff to be carried away, one man claims he can only pay with heavy rocks. Okay, well, that's clearly a long time ago. 2000 BCE. Very petty. Forced to walk because of a flat tire, paleontologists come across the most complete adult T-Rex fossil. It's named after one of its discoverers, Sioux. That was in Utah, right? Also, you know, flat tire kind of gives away that we're talking in the mid-1900s here. 1990. Late 1900s. It's pretty recent. The French worry as their wine mysteriously spoils. Louis Pasteur learns to heat wine to kill germs, a process called pasteurization. Now, Pasteur was the 1800s, right? Or was he the 1700s? Oh gosh. I'm gonna go. It was 1800s, all right. To play Hal in 2001: A Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick needs a calm voice that doesn't sound like any particular part of America. He picks a Canadian. Yep. Didn't actually know that, but 1968 there. To help Russians remember a historic victory, Tchaikovsky writes his 1812 overture. He's disappointed with his work, calling it very loud and noisy. So is this, I mean, I know Tchaikovsky was in the 1800s, but is this like, are they baiting here? Is it actually after this? I'm gonna put it here. They're baiting, okay. I'm Accounts of sumo wrestling are first recorded in Japan. Sumo matches are thought to reflect the will of the gods and used to legitimize the Yamato dynasty. Now, it's gotta be more recent than 2000 BC, right? 712, way more recent. In two different continents, Aztecs and Protestants both start providing universal education for boys and girls. So Protestants means this is after the 1600s, right? It's gotta be like here, right? 1500s. Okay, never mind. One of the most powerful women of her time, Eleanor of Aquitaine, rules England while one of her sons, Richard the Lionheart, leads a crusade. It's here, right? Like 1200-ish. All right. So we were baited by Tchaikovsky, but I'm actually not sure how the scoring works, you know? Is this... If your very last one is placed one off, you get 27? Is that how it works? Okay, let's see. Ultra wealthy use loopholes to largely avoid paying the estate tax. Should I read the article? Get mad? Sure. Elite sumo wrestlers will compete in London. Crusades is a model for today's world. Interesting. Math skills of US students are declining sharply. True. True as a math professor. I gotta say, like, the top seems just as strong, but the bottom has really fallen out, I think. It's a real problem. Yeah, why do people like raw milk? This was the biggest error of the day. AI can predict weather. Okay, that's very believable, honestly. I guess I'll read it. All right, let's end as we always do on the New York Times connections puzzle, where we try to make war groups of 4. Let's see what we have here today. 4-day streak, hopefully. All right, can you see that? You can see that. Sandwich, caterpillar, shoehorn, sole, slug, wrap, wedge, sock, puma, belt, medal, dove, indie, greyhound, blow, and squeeze. So I think the first thing I see is homonyms for music genres: soul, rap, metal, and indie. Okay. I also need to sneeze. Now, shoehorn, wedge, and squeeze. Maybe sandwich can kind of mean to compress something into somewhere, right? Caterpillars and slugs are slow. Greyhounds are fast. That's probably not it. I see. Slug, belt, sock, and blow can mean to hit somebody. So that just leaves dove, caterpillar, belt, and greyhound. No, belt. It's not belt. Puma and greyhound. Okay, so those are all brands that involve an animal. Caterpillar for the bulldozers, Puma for the athletics company, Greyhound for the bus company, and Dove, soap or chocolate, I guess. I'm gonna hope here that these homophones are the hardest one, but it could be the animals. Homophones and music genres. Happy to have seen that one first. I think we ought to go here. It could be green. It could be green. I should maybe be going slug, belt, blow, and sock. But I like the animals more, so... Let's hope this one's green now. Alas. Apparently this one, which I thought was the second most straightforward one. To be honest, no, I thought that was the most straightforward one. Alright, well, not a reverse rainbow, but should be like a 98 skill. It's playing pretty average, 75% solve rate. Does that mean that's playing easy? What's easy then? 98 out of 99 skill. Yeah. Purple and blue first two, I see. So if you go blue, purple, it's the same. Right? Blue, purple, and blue give you the same score here. Yeah, so this one did play the easiest. I think that these are harder to see. I mean, maybe these aren't quite synonyms and these are synonyms, but these synonyms are harder to see. I'll say. Sandwich, wrap, wedge, squeeze, types of hand foods. I don't think so. I think this AI is not that good. I don't know why the editor doesn't. I see. No, it's because it needs to be kind of dynamic based on. I understand why a bot is trying to do it, but sandwich and wrap are certainly kinds of hand foods, but not wedge and squeeze. I think this is like these players are thinking of the cram meaning. Shoehorn, wedge, metal, and squeeze. Interesting. Tester, metal. Vehicle or animal names. This is animals and machines. No, this is people just going for animals. Striking or slow moving. I would think that these people are going for these meanings as articles of clothing and then not being sure what to pick for the fourth. Horn are used on feet. Yeah, I did see the wedge sock shoehorn thing, but city name and branding. This is so weak. The city name and then this is branding, but what? This is nothing. Okay. All right. Let's not get too into what AI thinks. Okay. Yeah. So 5% of players found purple first. I was kind of guessing that something like 10% of people attempt reverse rainbow, but it's not quite that many. Of those, 25% correctly found this as the second one. Of those, 34% of people went with yellow, but 46% of people correctly went with the green. Some people still couldn't figure out what was happening, I guess. Kind of surprising that if you could get to this point. Yeah. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll see you tomorrow for some Tuesday puzzles. See you then.